It's that time again. What's up, everybody? This is Dads Lads Kebabs. Hope you enjoy the show. Deuces.
Boom, good evening, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another fantastic episode sponsored by Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Good evening, Mickey.
Hello, sir. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope Jesus is happy.
I'm doing all right. I will say I'm doing all right. It's obviously been a bit of a weird week, but doing all right.
Why has it been a weird week? No, I was
Oh.
drinking. Drinking water. Water, bruv. Bloody water.
I think obviously last Sunday was a bit of a shock to the system. Obviously waking up and seeing the news about old Ricky.
Who?
Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton. Yeah.
Obviously big hero of mine, so
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
bit of a somber moment for me because it was a bit of a shock, and it was a big shock for me. Quite upsetting because I was not expecting it, and I knew he suffered. I knew he suffered with his mental health multiple times.
Yeah.
So just a bit of a weird old time just to think about it really, because it goes to show that no matter how high or how low somebody is in the world, you just don't know.
See, I've had many chats with people this week about Ricky Hatton's dead, blah, blah, blah. Why do you think he killed himself, if that is the SP that we're going with? I believe. Was that right? Have they had a cause yet? Yeah, we'll go with that anyway. If not,
I think it is some form of suicide. Yeah.
Self. Okay. Obviously, that's very sad. But people just spoke to me and it's like, why would he do it? He had everything, he had money, all that. And as I explained to them, it's like footballers that score a winning goal in a cup final at Wembley. They will never ever get that buzz ever again. That's their peak. Same with these Hollywood film stars, actors, boxers. They have their highs, and then they can never, once their career's finished, obviously, they can never reach that level again. And then they start having doubts in their heads. Oh, I'm not good enough anymore. People don't like me anymore. People don't follow me. And the attention and adulation that they had for so long is weaning away. And some people deal with it better than others. And obviously it's these people that maybe haven't got the right support around them, the right people, the right friends, or to even see the signs that something is wrong. And that's when sad things like this do happen.
And it's always when you least expect it. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, it's not like 1 minute he's literally training. He's literally 2 days before he's training for his next fight. He had coming up in Dubai, and so he's training. He's working his ass off. But yeah, he's always talked about his mental health. There's lots of videos out there of him talking about his mental health, and that how it really sometimes would get the better of him, that he would go out, have an amazing day, and come home and spend the whole day crying. And you must have just thought, within those final hours of his life, where was he at? And that for me just sort of resonates, because it's like, as a character that he was a comedian as well as a boxer. You know, he was funny of nature. He was literally a people's person. You know, when you say about celebrities, say, you know, I'm down to earth and I'm this and that. He was the definition of it. He was it. He was that person. He didn't, money didn't do anything to him. Just made, you know, it allowed him to live the life he wanted to live, but not to a point where he pretended he was something he wasn't. You know, and that for me was it was a bit of a pill to swallow, to be honest, because it was a big deal to me. I'm privileged to have met him.
Oh wow! So, how did you meet him?
I met him at an event. I would say probably about 10 years ago now. So at that point, I was obviously just in the early stages of actually, like training as much as I was and boxing as much as I was.
Yeah.
to meet him at that point in my life was a massive impact. And plus, as well, it wasn't like I met him at a meet and greet or anything like that as well. So at the time, my stepfather at the time was his private security for an event that he did in Northampton. So I went along, and at the end of the gig, because he'd come up and did like a stand up thing and talk about his boxing career and his life and stuff. And at the end, he was, my stepdad was taking him out to walking him out to his car, and he just said, "Come out and come meet him if you want." It's such a surreal experience just to meet him one on one. Stood by his car, and it was
little Niall,
little old me. But yeah, well, he wasn't that much taller than me, so it's fine.
That's yeah.
It was, and yeah, got his autograph and everything. So, but for me, it was just like a normal. It wasn't like it was just normal. But like I said, just the whole unsuspecting of of potentially of what happened, and obviously the legacy, the family, and everything he leaves behind. It just goes to show, no matter where somebody is within their life, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, it is a big shock. To be fair, I will admit it. Was never bothered by Ricky Hatton. Never followed his fights at all. I think back in the day when he was really popular, I didn't really follow boxing. To be fair, I watch it more now than I did back then. So for me, it was just, that's a shame. Obviously, not really following him or having any emotion really towards him. But obviously, like yourselves and many other thousands, millions of people, he was very much loved. And it is such a shame for him to go like that.
Yeah, for sure.
He obviously reached the end of his tether, as it were, and something obviously pushed him over the edge. He couldn't cope. So it was just such a shame.
He described his demons. You know what I mean? He went into detail about them and how that he said that it can literally be like just something in your ear constantly telling you everything, telling you everything that's wrong, just telling you that you're a laughing stock, people are mocking you, you're a joke. And he said no matter what would bring you out of that slumber. So, for him to obviously go through with it, and like I said, he tried to drown it out. He's admitted he had drink problems, drug problems, but yeah, for me it was just a big shock, massive shock to the week, really, because I was a bit somber about that.
I'm not surprised.
Obviously, just a great loss, I think. So yeah, sorry to start on such a somber note, and obviously
that's all right.
But for me, I think it was more important the fact that actually, do you know what? Sometimes you can't even spot the signs.
No.
And some people will just have a day, I guess.
Yeah. I got this in the post today, sort of carrying on. These jumpers?
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Someone obviously who I know. You've seen these. Go to the YouTube channel if you want to see what jumper is. It's the enough jumpers, and the person in front loves you and all that stuff. This was sent to me by one of my ghost hunting friends, Mark Williams, because he knows the struggles I go with when I go ghost hunting, and to actually go and do these things, go out and meet people that I don't necessarily always know very well, and to drive hours and hours to meet people, and to try and in my own head make that okay to go do that, which many occasions I have not gone. Events have been paid for, hotels have been booked, and I've not gone and hid away because I can't go. And I speak to him quite a lot about various things like that. He must have seen some of the posts I put on our dad's page on Facebook.
Each day you get
recently, yeah.
Yeah, so big shout out to him for that. And he sent me a message saying, "Oh, I know you struggle," and so I saw that and I thought that was perfect for you. So he sent me that, and big shout out to Mark for that. And it's really nice. It's nice for people to
recognise it.
You don't ask for attention. You don't ask. Like I never say, "Oh, look at me on Facebook." I never say anything like that. Any struggles and that. I try and share lots of other people's struggles to try and make it okay to talk about it, like we do. We talk about loads of stuff over the years, the 4 years on this show about things like this, and I just think it's really nice that he did that. So that's just a shout out for Mark. So
That's good. And I
thank
think,
you,
like
Mark.
I said,
Yeah.
over the years that we've spoken about stuff, and not just ourselves, with guests as well, it's such a difficult thing to admit that that you want to talk about. You don't want to tell. And for me, I always find this podcast such a free will of, because to me we're just chatting. We're not we're not recording. We're not live. We're not anything. We're just chatting, and then it goes out, and then it's, well, we've had that conversation, and I wouldn't say anything I wouldn't want to share.
No.
But at the same time, I don't want to share it. I wouldn't go publicly speaking about sometimes the way I feel.
Do you think that helps you though? Do you think that makes you vulnerable, makes you weak?
I feel like in today's society that it's a 50-50 fence. For me,
Yeah.
I've never really, like I said, emotion for me is not something I share. Even to the extent of some of our conversations, I always feel like I'll share enough. I won't share everything.
Oh, Niall's been lying to us.
No, I wouldn't say it's lying. I'd just say I wouldn't share to the extent of how I'm feeling sometimes, or I'll discuss it, and then maybe I'll put it towards something I've seen, or some, I'll link it to another scenario rather than myself.
Rather than okay, fair enough.
But then I don't think, like I said, I'm rubbish at showing emotion in terms of how I feel or what I want to say or what I want to do. And when I do want to say something, I am feeling bad, it struggles to come out because I might try and mask it with something else. Like I'll try and mask it with humour or.
Do you think that this podcast has helped?
No, massively.
To do that for yourself on a personal level.
Yeah, big time. Because I'm a calm person, like I don't, anger doesn't run through me. It only runs through me in certain aspects. So say if I'm working out or training or frustration, frustration or anger doesn't really it's not who I am. So, I can never display my emotions with anger, or I can't display it with sadness, because sadness when I was a kid was always sort of a sign of weakness.
Yeah,
and at the same time, I always thought, you can't show other people that you're vulnerable to being sad. So, it's difficult because I don't like talking about it. If anyone ever asks, I'm okay. I have a good day, and a bad day is a bad day, and that's it. And yet, that's as much as I can give on it in terms of how I would ever say I feel. And I get it. Sometimes there is times where I will sit and think, and I'm thinking, God, what's going on with me? And, pull yourself together sort of thing. But at the same time, I have to deal with that myself.
It is, in a weird way though, it is nice. Like the last 3 years, I've definitely changed as a person. And I've been a lot more open publicly about how I feel about stuff and things like that. Which, for me, I think it's good. Like, if someone thinks I'm a pussy or someone thinks I'm weak, fuck you. I don't give a shit. And for me, I like that. I've changed. I never would have been like that before.
No, and that's the best way to be. For example, that hoodie, for example, I've seen lots of videos of people go, especially women, a lot of women, mocking people that wear those hoodies and stuff.
Oh, fucking
blokes. And I always think
naughty.
think that, do you know what? The statistic would show that actually, would you prefer somebody just to, tap you on the shoulder when you're not all right and just say, what's going on, mate? Let's just, have a chat, put it to bed, leave it at that.
Yeah.
Then find out your best mate, is just topped himself. Or
exactly, yeah.
Because it happens. Of course, it's literally in front of our faces. It happens. And it's not just one thing. It happens all the time.
Doesn't matter how much money you have, what religion you are.
Of course it doesn't. Doesn't matter
what
who you are.
Career you have.
I think it could take one bad day to push somebody too far. It could take one moment in life just to push somebody too far, and then it's how you comprehend those feelings to what your actions are. And I get it. People say it's selfish. It's it's this and that. But sometimes blokes kind of feel that explaining their emotions is selfish as well because they're putting their problems on someone else.
Yeah.
They see it, I don't like doing it. I don't, if I was, do you know what I mean? If I was down and out and broke, I wouldn't ask somebody for a pound. I wouldn't do it. Pride would get in the way of most things for me.
But how many times over the years have you spoke to your mate about the missus or whatever? Not your wife, but like just women in general that you've been with, problems you're struggling with. Though you've never done that.
Zero.
Fucking hell, I've always done that.
Zero. Deal with it
Like
on my own.
she's doing this, or these are
The
the
thing
problems I'm
is,
having. Wow, man,
do you
you're
know
being
what?
closed off. You got some relief to come out at some point.
Do you know what? It was never like, even in all my, my younger years or anything, like, it was never women that got,
Oh,
I
was it
got,
not?
it was like, for me, do you know, for me, it was me. It was me that was the
Oh,
problem.
okay. Oh.
It was me that, am I enough? Am I doing enough? Am I good enough? Am I going to get to where I want to be in life?
Mm.
I always wondered when I was younger, how do these people that have a good life and a nice house and, the good family set up and all that sort of stuff, how do they get that? How do they get there? How does it work? How do how do you get to be like, I'm not struggling to get through a day, or, and the thing is, there isn't. You just do it. You just get through a day. You get through
Mm.
a day, you get through tomorrow. And I've always lived by that. You can't really think much past today and think about tomorrow.
Because today ain't happened yet.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And you're not promised tomorrow. But at the same time, if I can think about today and how I can get through today, that's all I need to do. I
Mm.
don't need to think. I don't need to think about 6 months from now, because 6 months from now will come. I hope. Right, but
Mm.
I'll deal with that when I get there. I'll deal with today, and that
Yeah.
that for me took time as well. It took time to learn as well that sometimes you've got to push yourself farther than you think you can go. You've got to,
Out your
and that
comfort zone. Do things that you don't know you don't want to do if you had a choice. Yeah.
yeah. And it turns out sometimes that the better side of you is going through the shit that you don't want to go through.
Very much so. 100% agree with that.
You
As we'll
you
get on
won't,
to, I did something this week that really, really, really out of my comfort zone. But
and that's important because you don't realize that what your life potential is unless you go through some shit sometimes.
I think things are sent to not judge us, to try
Test
us,
you.
to test
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
test you for sure.
I believe anyway.
If you just do the same stuff you've always done, you'll get through it. And don't get me wrong, there's people out there. There's people out there who'll go, I'll never go abroad. I'm happy staying in the UK.
Mm.
I'll never go farther than 100 miles from my house because I don't want to. And people that, people just live a very, very safe life. And,
Yeah.
I'll never buy this, or I'll never do that, or I'll never,
Spend
and
too
that's
much
fine.
money.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Like, if you're happy with that because it makes you feel comfortable, that's okay. I think the
Mm.
thing is what my okay and what your okay doesn't necessarily mean what the other person's okay is. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes you've got to take leaps and bounds. You've got to push yourself further than you think you can, and whatever makes you happy is like whatever
Gr-
makes you happy.
grab onto it.
And also, whatever your peace is. Do you know what? Do you know one thing as you get older, you realize is that you're searching for peace. You're searching for what
Oh yeah.
makes you feel at your best. So for you, your day, your perfect day might be wake up, go for a coffee, go and do some filming, go and explore somewhere, have some food, sit and chill and watch a film. That's your perfect day. All right.
Pretty
But
much.
you're searching, but that's your peace. And sometimes
My
you've got,
piece.
sometimes you won't always be doing what makes you feel at peace. You'll be doing other things that you've got to do in life because that's life. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
However, as you get older, you realize that there's nothing out there that you can go and buy that's going to make you feel happy for the long term. You know,
No.
you'll find somebody that makes you happy, and you can share that happiness with, or you can you can travel alone. You know what I mean? And that makes a lot of people happy that they do life alone. And I
Yeah.
feel like as you get older, you start to realize that my concern is not their concern. I shouldn't be concerned what they're doing or what they have or what they haven't got. My concern is going, do you know what? This circle that you stand in is what you can control.
Yeah.
That just, that's what works.
It's
I
also,
know.
it's
Go on.
also taking one, like you say, one day at a time. Don't
Mhm.
think too far ahead, because then you're going to start panicking and things are not going to work out and you're going to make yourself worse. And it turns out it's probably not even going to be bad as
No,
you think, because
I feel like,
you'll deal with it at the time, and you'll deal with it in the way that you can deal with it.
mhm.
So yeah.
And I think that's one thing I realize now is I get anxious about things. The thing is, for me, I would never want to put a label on it. I would never say, oh, I suffer from anxiety, because I would say I don't. But I know I get anxious about certain scenarios or thought processes or things I've got to do. And then I tackle them and then I go, oh, it wasn't so bad.
Mhm.
Because I don't give myself the option not to do it.
No.
So even if it's something I'm going, oh God, that's coming up and I've got to do this. And like I used to be so bad at speaking out publicly, like saying things, or if I had to run a meeting or something or whatever, or
Yeah.
even standing up in, like, do you know, like a group of family and you say something to everybody. Even that was a bit like,
Ding ding ding. Yeah,
it
speech.
wasn't like a. But then I think through doing this podcast and actually finding, do you know what, using your voice and other people respond to it makes you feel at ease.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like you said, like, you can go out and film, right? You can talk to your camera as much as you want, but do you know what I mean? If you're doing that with a whole group behind you, standing and listening to you, how does that make you feel? So if you say,
That's
if
a
you, it's gone
different
from
level.
you, yes, it's gone from you on a camera to you doing a tour of a location, for example. Would you still be as comfortable as you are with the way
No,
that
no,
you
no, no,
present
no, no.
yourself?
No, when I do public events and I help people out and I run videos and that, it's not so bad because I think I'm very good at what I do. So for me, it's not a problem. But obviously, most of the time, I have people in the group that I don't know. I've only just met, and they're relying on me to give them information to help them on the night.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I am more comfortable doing that side than public speaking, as you would do with your work.
Yeah.
I don't like calling people on the phone. I would rather go see them face to face. Like if I ever ring up, say, I don't know, ring up a gym and say I got a problem with this, got this, blah blah blah. I would rather go into the gym and speak to people and be there for an hour, say, talking to all different people, going through the process, what I need to do, or what I want them to do. I would rather do that than do that over the phone.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird.
That's
I have a
good.
thing about phones,
Speaking on
but
the phone.
I don't mind
Yeah.
when I'm on there. You know, when you ring up, you got an issue with something, or something's not happened, and
Mhm.
you want to complain or find out what's going on, or even booking your car in. Sometimes I hate doing that as well. So, but
Yeah, I get that.
yeah.
I get that because you're
But
not in
you
control.
work on your phone, so for you it's a bit easier, I would say,
It is
because
and
you've
it
got
isn't,
used to it as well.
because I have got used to it, but then I'm in different scenarios.
Ah,
So now, I'm doing calls with, like, let's say, CEOs and stuff like that. Like I did one last
ah,
week. It was quite a big company, and I had to lead on a call, and that for me was
oh wow, sweaty
palms are
bum.
sweaty, knees, feet, arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already.
Very, mum spaghetti. He's nervous.
And it was. I remember feeling my palms were wet, and I was sat, and I was, because I can do the face, like we are now when I'm on camera. I can do that, but every other emotion through my body other than my face was just feeling it. And then in the end, I was like, it's not that bad. It's not
Yeah,
that bad. Like, you know what you're talking about. You know what you need to say. Get it done. Get it
yeah,
out with. In my head, I was going, yeah, but it'll be finished soon. It'll be done in a minute. It'll be fine. And then it was like carried on and on. But yeah, again, another thing about your comfort zone is how and how that makes you feel is that sometimes you can feel a bit overwhelmed, you know, and just feel, because I think another thing as well is that I try and mask things with humour, even in most inappropriate times, is that I will try and mask it with humour.
Chandler
I've
Bing.
told you, man. I will find a funny scenario at a funeral. I will, because for me, that is one way that I hide my emotions.
Yeah.
You know, it's the fact that I will try and find other ways just to block it out
And deal with it. Yeah.
especially with something funny, you know, because it drags an inappropriateness out of me. It goes, you should not be thinking like that, you dark bastard. But at the same time, it's helping me.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult. Anyway, you've had a busy week.
I have had a busy week. I've been on 2 trips. Woo! After my birthday.
2 school trips.
Yeah. So my birthday was really good. Boys came around.
Good.
We had cheesecake. We had drinks, etc. with my mum and dad. So that was nice. And the weekend, I went to Stratford for 2 days. Been Stratford many times over my ghost hunting years. Really nice, actually. Nice and chilled. Looking around the shops, charity shops. Little. We had. What was it? There was a market there, Stratford Market on Saturday. We were chatting to. We were walking past some, like herbal stalls on the market. They're selling like Shilajit and CBD, magnesium, all this stuff, collagen and all that. So we're chatting to this bloke. It was real sound geezer, as it were, from London, bruv. So we chatted to him for a while. Really nice bloke. And we went to have burger and chips from this little stall on the market. Now you can't beat a fucking burger from a burger van. No, that is top level. And the chips were fucking nice, man.
It's a different kind of grease, isn't it? It's a different kind of grease.
I don't know what they do to them. It must be the onions, because the burgers don't shrink. The burgers stay big.
Yeah,
I don't know what they buy.
It's normally like a flour. It's a floury bap.
Yeah.
Or a bun. It's a good burger. Too many onions because they're falling out the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the sauces. Yeah. So that was nice. Had cream tea in the afternoon.
Oh, lovely.
And yeah, stayed in a little Airbnb just around the corner from the main town of Stratford. And then we had a ghost walk in the evening at the Falstaff Tudor World, where I used to ghost hunt many times over the years. But I'd never met the tour guides. So obviously we had the owners doing the talk for the TV stuff and that. This time we had one of the tour guides. So it was a young lady. I can't remember her name, but I probably would if I looked on the website. And she took us round all the different areas of the museum. Very, very good. Big shout out to her. She was awesome.
Now, sorry, just to interrupt. That museum, is that the museum that's behind the wooden doors, and it's the old style? It's the old style, it's the old style Victorian Tudor museum sort of thing. Yeah,
where it's got the plague scenes, the old hospital bits.
Yes, I took my daughter in there last year. Yeah.
Yeah. The old cobble walkway to the shop.
The cobble walkway to the inside.
Yeah. With the big gargoyles statues that are in the entrance.
Have they got like a farm animal upstairs or downstairs?
No.
I know they've got a plague scene, and because you go inside.
You got the steps. Go through the shop and you go up the stairs.
Yes.
And it's all the old hay bales in there, and you got the bloke about to jump off.
Yes.
That they used to do, and it wasn't Michael Jackson being, it was them. So yeah, it was really good. It was weird though actually seeing the tour guide, because obviously I've been going there for at least 10 years, probably more, and I'd never had the tour. So it's good to listen to it from their point of view.
Yeah. Because you can just go in and walk around by yourself, can't you? That's what we did. I think we just paid because it's a museum, isn't it?
Yeah, you can walk around in the daytime and have a tour, but we had the ghost tour with lantern. There was only 2 people in the whole group. Everything was pitch black, so they had these lanterns, and it was quite creepy, to be fair. But it was good. It was nice.
Cool.
And then Tuesday, I headed down to the capital, old Londinium, Now, a place that for me is not a place that I would normally want to go
The old
because
LDN.
because of how London is and the scariness and what happens in London. So obviously on the way down there, went by train, and the reason we were going to London is because I was going to the O2 Arena, which I'd never been to either, to watch Lewis Capaldi in
Big
concert. Now, for me, as we were travelling down by car to get to the train, it was like I was so quiet because in my head I'm like, this is very, very out of my comfort zone. There's 30,000 people in the O2. How are we going to get there? The trains, the underground, all this stuff, and it was all going through my head, and I was just processing. And when I have things I can't deal with, I go quiet, and it's not because I'm angry or pissed off. I'm just trying to process and trying best to deal with a situation as I go quiet. And it's like, oh, you're quiet. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, like, that's how I'm dealing. Don't worry, sort of thing. But yeah, we got off at St Pancras station, got on a couple more trains, we actually went to Camden Town, which I'd never been to before, old Amy Winehouse area.
Yeah.
And we went to the box park there with all the street food. Fucking well nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some food there. We saw all the buildings along that whole street. There was like big shoes coming out of the buildings, big elephants, big dragons. Fucking well good. And next to the canal, the canal with all the locks. The what?
You see the punk on the bridge?
Yes.
He's always there. He's there every day.
Yeah, it was eye-opening seeing all that. And then we were actually staying at Travelodge, so we headed back. Got back there about 5 to check in, 4 or 5 o'clock check in. Now, I believe the concert started at 6:30 at the O2, but obviously you got warm-up acts first.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't get there until probably about 7:30, I would say. 7:30 we got there. Now, getting off all the trains, because if you go on your maps, you just put it on where you go and it tells you how to get there on trains. You walk for 2 minutes, get on this train, get off on this stop, get on the bus. Fucking brilliant. I love it. Instead of just driving on your maps on your car, well. It's fucking epic. It tells you which stops on the bus, on the train, everything, how to get off. You can't really get lost that's on Apple Maps. I don't know about Google Maps. I'm sure they do a similar thing.
Yeah.
Got to the O2 and I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. I was fine at this point. There was no, the issues in my own head were gone by this point. So I thought, oh wow, this is well good. So then we went in and go through all the metal detectors and all that shit. Went up to the top level. We were the last row at the top. So row U or area U, whatever it is. There's only the 5 people sitting on the back row, so that was really good. And yeah, we sat there, thought, fuck me, it was well cool. Really high up, I really enjoyed it actually. And there was this woman started to come on singing. She sounded like Amy Winehouse, some bird called Sky Newman, some blonde woman. She's really good actually, so she's got a few songs out. And then Lewis he actually come out early. I think it was like 20 to 9 instead of like before 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's just like fucking brilliant. And we had these little...
Mental, innit?
Yeah, we had these like light up, like wristband things.
Yeah.
I brought mine home, but it's obviously died now. And throughout certain songs, the whole fucking arena would light up red and green and blue. Fucking amazing to go in time with the music and that. Absolutely.
Mental,
I mean, I don't go to many concerts. I've probably been to about 4 in my life because it's not my thing. I like music, but I don't like being in that situation. But absolutely fucking epic. 20 out of 10 for Lewis. Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
He's really good as well. He's really good live. And
yeah.
I saw him 2023. I saw him.
Yeah.
So just before he went off and had some time away. Wasn't long before he had some time off.
Yeah.
And it's really, he's really. I mean, he's really. I mean, so I've seen a few people live, but he's
It's pretty
really
funny.
good.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, his humor's very. His
So
humor's quite dark as well, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
He can be quite dark, and he's very. But I think again, he's somebody that masks his feelings with comedy.
Oh yeah, he's got Tourette's. He must have some other things going on as well with himself.
Yeah, and again, yeah, I mean, I find him amazing. But again, the O2 is such a big place, and I remember. So the last person I went to see the country singer Luke Combs
Oh yeah, you did. I remember you saying about that.
at the
After
O2.
work, you went, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally, and the thing is, my missus was there. She was in London working, so she just met me outside the O2, which again for me was a bit of a got on the train, got on the tube, you know what I mean, and then made it there, and then it was like fucking hell, and literally, luckily, we just found each other straight away because it was heaving. However, I think we had O2 priority, you know, like
Yeah.
you don't have to queue, so you just go up to the bar and then make your way to your seats. So there's no queuing like everybody else.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's just if you're on O2. It's nothing special. You don't pay any extra. It's just
No. Yeah, I remember that.
so we did that, which was really good. However, when I was looking at the massed volume of people, I was thinking, when we try and get out of here, it's gonna be one mad rush.
Have story.
So again, you tell me your story in a sec, like, and then we'll compare, because obviously for us, we left at the last song,
Okay.
or the
Well,
one before the last song, to just avoid it.
so Lewis was singing one of the songs. He goes, right, this is my last song. Big fucking wink, just to say, of course it ain't. I'm having an encore in a minute. And after that song, the couple next to us, the bloke I nearly sat on, because it's very narrow seats in there.
It's warm in it as well.
Yeah, him and his missus left then, and then Lewis sung 3 more songs. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, maybe they've seen him lots. I don't know. But obviously they've done them last 3 songs. Absolutely amazing finale, blah, blah, blah. Said his goodbyes. Then obviously all the lights come on. And then we probably waited 10 minutes to get down, because we were obviously right at the top, to get to the first exit hole, to get through the stairs. Went through there, no problem. Queued maybe a minute to get down the escalator, and then down another escalator. And then when we got out, on the phone maps, it was saying the train was not available. So you either have to get an Uber, a taxi, or a bus. And we're like, fuck's sake. So we looked on Uber, fucking £30, and it's 2.8 miles away. Let's just say that, where we were staying. So it's not far. £29. Like, fuck that. Obviously, it's because it's from the O2. So then we were hearing people saying, like, get onto the right hand side, those who want the Greenwich train, blah blah blah, to the station that's right there. Get in this side. So we were obviously in there. We were slowly moving, and then we kept looking at the bus thing, thinking, well, the bus is just there, and it takes 24 minutes by bus, or I think it was like 45 minutes by train. And that's when we eventually got on, maybe train number 6 or 7, by the time we actually got to be able to get on a train. So I thought, fuck it, there's buses there, like on the bus section. So we just basically cut across, and they got fucking barriers there. And I'm like, I just want to get out. So I lifted the fucking barrier up, and the bloke was standing there, and he held it up for us. I said, cheers, mate. So we snuck through, put the barrier back on, and we went off to the bus. We maybe waited 2 minutes. Then the bus arrived that we wanted. And obviously we were watching it. We went straight to the top. No one on the top at all. And it was fucking amazing. Obviously, driving at night through London is a big no-no. Walking is a big no-no, etc. Anytime, really, from what you hear. And then we were watching, making sure it was the right ones. Yeah, this next stop, yeah, that disappears. And it fades away. And it's on the map. It's fucking brilliant. And then we stopped, and it was literally across the road, because the train station, Deptford Bridge, is where we were staying.
Yeah.
Travelodge is across the road. And, so we were back in a hotel by maybe before 11, I'd say. And I'm like, fucking hell, this is well good. We really lucked out going on that bus, you know. So how did you do it?
So we left just before the last song, and we said, and we followed another couple out, and we literally again down the other escalator into the big open area where the restaurants are.
Yeah.
We made it outside and started walking across that big area to the station, across the road.
Yeah.
Started walking over to the station. As we hit the station, turned around, and literally it was like a scene from a Walking Dead of just zombies walking at you. So literally we just bombed it down the escalator, jumped on the tube, and at that point it was empty.
Yeah.
And then we got to our station where we was getting the train back to Bedford, and as we were getting on that train, everyone was getting off that tube coming down to the tracks, and everybody missed that train. So we was like, thank God for that. Thank God for that. So yeah, we made it through fine. But obviously, London again. Obviously, we took the kids to London. Well, I took my daughter to London several times. We took her to stay in London several times. Again, I get what you're saying. Like it is for me. I think because it's the capital, because you've got your wits about you, and we've done lots of activities in London. You know, we've done activities in Camden. We've done activities in Muswell Hill and Clapham and Battersea. We've done things, all sorts of places where we've done activities where things are going on. You know, and again, I think you can live your life within that fear of going. You know, it's a dangerous place, and I've seen some fucking stupid stuff. I mean, I remember. Do you know when I went to see Bert Kreischer, comedian? I took my brothers to see Bert Kreischer.
Topless man. Yeah.
Yeah. We seen on the way back. We seen a full-on armed response team chasing some lad down on a bike, like on a push bike, and it was like, again, fucking mental.
So where were you? Where did you watch him? Just so we got some context.
We watched him in Brixton.
Ooh.
Brixton Academy.
Yeah. Not the most popular area.
Again, you know, bit of a big area in it, and it's a lot going on. But I remember just thinking again, like, you ain't walking here at night. But whereas if I was on my own, I wouldn't care. I've been to London at night by myself and done things, but at the same time, you just, again, it's a different time, you know. They say things about having your watch out on or your phone out, or you know, again, people that carry GoPros and things like that. It's, you know, I mean,
anything's available to steal, I suppose. Yeah,
it is, isn't it? It is, and not only that is the fact that some of the places where you are heavily populated. So to anybody, you know, whereas if it was down the street here in your town, someone might stop or intervene or help. In London, it's kind of like, don't get involved.
You see, I've got an opinion on that, which we'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, obviously the next day we had the big fucking fry up at the Travel Lodge, a breakfast. I had 2 breakfasts, some toast, 3 coffees, 2 orange with apple juice. It's a bit weird out of a machine, so that was good. And then we headed back on the train. Managed to get a direct link straight all the way down to Luton, which is well good. Instead of the maps on the phone saying that they were going, like, get on this train for 2 stops, get off there. We just walked maybe 10 minutes from Deptford Bridge to Deptford Station, and we got the direct Thames link from Deptford straight to Luton. Now, as we were walking from our station, Deptford Bridge, to Deptford, there was all different culture shops, Caribbean, Indian, fishmongers, market stalls, all ranges of people that you could imagine, good smells, bad smells, and people just going amongst their daily lives. This is obviously a Wednesday morning, and we got to the station, and we got there a bit early. We had about 15-20 minutes wait for the train, so we went and got a coffee in the coffee shop downstairs. They were very, very slow, but you know, it is what it is. And we were sat up there on the platform waiting for the train to come. And as this old lady walked past, we sat next to this old black geezer. He was on the phone, very chatty bloke, chatting to him. And then just down a little bit, there was another young black lad, and this old white lady come up to him.
Can you call him a black lad?
It was a black boy, black man.
No, just this.
No, but no, this is the context. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, right.
It's not race, Niall. Fucking hell, you're not the BBC. And she come up to him and said, "Oh, can you help me, young man?" And he said, "Of course. What's the matter?" And she's like, "Oh, when I get on the train, the gap is really big. So obviously, could you help me?" And this is what I'm on about. This is what I'm saying. Before, I wore trainers to go to London in case I had to run away from trouble or run into trouble. That's how fucking sad my head was before I left. Now, this is what I'm trying to say to you now before you keep telling me off, naughty boy. The preconceived opinion of London, what you see on X, what you see on the fucking news, what you hear about. I saw multiple cultures, black, Indian, Pakistani, Chinese, white, old, young. Everybody, from my experience, those 2 days, everybody was talking to everybody, helping each other. And for me, I'm getting on the train, heading back home, my opinion changed. My eyes were opened, as if to say it's not always what you see, what you read, what you hear.
No.
So for me, that's a positive for me. Obviously, didn't really want to go, to be honest. I don't go to London very often, only to a specific place. Go do what I have to do, and then I leave again. I don't sightsee. I don't go look round anymore like I used to when I was younger. Probably because I'm old and I'm fucking scared of everything. But this is what I'm saying. I only saw positive. All cultures in Camden, in Deptford, all these different stalls, different races. Everyone's just doing their own thing. People were talking to each other, and I really liked that. And for me before, I wouldn't have liked that. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be horrible. People are going to attack me. They've all got knives, all this shit. Now, there may be. I didn't see any of it. I was out in the daytime, the morning, the night time, the evening. So different times, different areas. But when I was at train stations, everywhere, market stalls, little side streets, back alleys, everybody was happy. Yeah. I only saw positive things. So I've learned something for myself. So if I do go again, I won't be as bad.
You've built a good perception, which is good.
Yes. And this is what I mean. That young black lad, he was helping her because the gap was like this much on the train. It was like nearly 2-3 foot, and it's like fucking hell. And I saw him getting on the other bit, and he took her walker, and he was like holding her arm, lifting her up. It's really nice to see.
It's nice.
And I got on that train feeling very positive.
Good.
So for me, that's a good thing.
Well, it is good.
Because I'm very quick to judge things and occasions and people. And for me, I really had a slap in the face.
You had your eyes opened.
I did. And I'm happy. I'm happy I experienced that. Because I came away happy.
Well,
and I enjoyed all the different cultures and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Camden as well is full of culture. Because you get a vast group of a mixture of people that come from Camden, that live in Camden. Camden Market, for example, I always say there's a shop for everybody in there.
There is. So much shit.
So much, yeah. It's
junk. If I was a foreigner going to London, that area, I'd buy everything.
It's full of trinkets, isn't it?
It's fucking brilliant. Fake sunglasses, fake jewellery, the lot. Handbags.
Anything. Yeah, you can pretty much find anything in Camden.
But what's with the canal with the old locks on the bridge? Well, that's that for. Is that a thing, or is it just like in Paris when you put you write your loved ones' initials on?
Yeah,
the love lock.
I think so. Camden Lock is obviously quite a popular area, isn't it? So
yeah, that's where we were. I didn't realise what it was before.
They do all sorts down there. They do floating hot tubs in summer. They do. Oh fuck's sake! there's all sorts of. I tell you what, there is in Camden. While you were there, there is an underground theme park / arcade,
Okay.
and it was probably literally around the corner from where you was. But we went to and it was massive, and it's all like big arcade machines, and you don't pay money. You pay, I think you buy a card. You buy a
Yes,
card.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube.
Yeah, kind of like Dave and Buster's in America, but yeah, you buy a card and you go down. And we took our daughter. They've got rides in there though. They've got roller coaster in there.
Oh
It's
wow.
that big. It's fucking mental. It's really cool. But we went and it was awesome. So we've always gone to do things in London, like activities and stuff. And we've stayed in some nice hotels, we've stayed in some not nice hotels. But I always think it's what you make of it. It's what you're looking for. Like, we went to, I think the last thing we did was the Paddington experience. So we went to do that, which is on the South Bank.
Okay.
Literally just by Big Ben. And
Ah.
again, very busy. And I think we went as well the first week it opened, so it was very, very busy. But again, having children, you kind of like, you want to grip your children close and keep them close. But I mean, I like London. I appreciate London. But at the same time, I couldn't live there. I couldn't live in London.
What I liked all the food places and all the little coffee shops. Just people going there, chilling with their friends, having a chat. Obviously, we have Costa and Starbucks here, but these were like independent coffee shops that didn't really have names, and that people just. There was a French bloke and chatting to Chinese people when we were having ice cream in Camden, and I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. A lot of different languages and
it's multicultural sort of appreciation, which is awesome. And again,
it was nice.
Some of the cuisine you can have will be the best that you ever had.
And yeah.
We've, like I said, we stayed at a hotel called the Dilly, which is in Piccadilly. And it was, I remember we booked it because of something that we was doing in the area. I can't remember what we were doing, but we booked it. And anyway, I didn't realise how much it was until we got there. It was expensive. And we went to took my daughter to, the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. With a big guitar on, yeah.
Yeah, we took her there, took her to the Hard Rock for dinner, which was a whole experience again. And she fucking loved it. And we stayed in a really, really nice hotel, and they were treating my daughter like a bloody princess. And again, like, awesome experience, really good time. Like, you experience things, and like, we've been and done some stuff in Chelsea and all that, and took my daughter to Harrods, all the good touristy stuff. And like I said, I like doing that sort of stuff. I like doing that. I don't get people that say I'm going to go to London shopping, and they'll go all around London shopping and
just go MK. Or Lesson Legs.
I guess if you don't go very often, it's okay, because it's not something you do all the time. So you
It's unique. Yeah.
I remember, obviously, I've been to St. Pancras quite a few times. Obviously been to Paris, so we've got the Eurostar from there.
Yeah.
That's where we get. If I go to London, we get the train St. Pancras, because that's the train that we get, and that takes us in there. And obviously, that's a lovely station, really nice old station.
It is,
yeah. But again, I remember. So when we come back from Paris, we got back from Paris in the Eurostar, got off there, went into Greg's to get some food to get on our train to get the Bedford train home. And I remember a bloke come into the Greg's on the platform, and he came in, grabbed a load of food, and then basically ripped the charity box off the till and just walked out. And they were like, and the staff are like, don't say anything. Just is what it is.
Every Greg's in the UK, that's what they're famous for now. People just walking in and taking bags of food and walking off because they don't do nothing.
You're not paid to intervene.
Of course you're not. You're not paid minimum wage to fucking have a fight.
Same as like mini co-ops or Tesco. Tesco
The
Extras or
express
whatever.
ones. Yeah.
Express ones, yeah.
Express, yeah.
People, they walk in with a basket and they'll grab. They know what they're grabbing. They know what's worth money. Don't get in their way. You know, a box of biscuits or a box of sweets, it ain't your business. You know, it ain't worth you. And I get it. It angers you. It must anger people and frustrate them. But it ain't worth. It ain't worth getting into. It ain't worth you getting yourself mixed up in it.
No.
It's not your stock. It doesn't belong to you. Okay, you're not gonna get in trouble for letting somebody do it. Don't get in the way.
How times have changed though. Back in the day, that would have been sorted by a bloke. They'd have grabbed them and say, "Oi, Sonny Jim," give him a good slap,
I remember
and
though.
make him take him back to the shop. You know.
Remember my brother? He works in a Sainsbury's, and he said it used to happen all the time. He used to work in like the mini Sainsbury's on Wellingborough Road.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
And it used to happen all the time, especially things like the meat and stuff.
But it's expensive now, isn't it? That's why.
And it's not only that, they take the basket as well. The fucking
the alarms on.
I do remember though. Once I remember it happening in the co-op near where we used to live, and I remember them trying to stop. Trying to stop them, and it was like, it's not worth you getting in their way. It's not worth it. You're just going to get yourself hurt getting in their way.
Yeah. You don't know who these people are, what they're carrying.
No, not at all.
Which is really sad that we've come to accept theft from a shop. It's not a problem. While you're stood there paying for your shopping, they're getting fucking bagfuls, like even more than you've got.
You're talking about London and things like that, but it's not places like London. It's your front doorstep. It's where you live. I tell you what, going back to London, there's a hotel on Piccadilly which is like a Japanese pod hotel.
Oh, okay.
So you stay in. Have you ever seen the Japanese pods where you basically just climb in, kind of
yeah.
And
I've seen them. Yeah,
it's quite fancy. But the price it's only £30 a night.
Yeah, because they're very minimalistic, aren't they?
So you get in, you just get in. There's your bed. You've got like a shelf. You've got plugs. You've got aircon. I think you've got a little telly.
You've got a toilet, but no bath or shower or something. That's somewhere else, isn't it?
Yeah, no. So your bath, toilet, shower is all on your floor.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's men's and women's, so they're split.
Yeah.
But obviously it's cheap, you know. But for me, they look quite cool. Like in places like Japan, they're very popular because they're very business orientated for business people that come into the country. They just need somewhere to stay, get washed, get dressed. But yeah, you know, in places like Japan, you go in and they give you pajamas. You put your pajamas on, you hang your clothes up, and you can have your clothes ironed and all sorts. I just think that's fucking cool. I'd love to stay in one. So if now there's one in London, I'd like to stay in one. But again, you're not going to stay there with the kids, are you? And
you go over there. I've got my pods here later.
See you tomorrow. And you just pull your shutter down. It locks everything.
I've seen them. Yeah.
I just like, oh, fucking cool.
Yeah, you can actually book them on Airbnb as well. I've seen some of them. Not necessarily in London. I don't know where it was. I watched a Sideman video, and that they were staying at weird Airbnbs around the world, and that was one that they stayed in. It was just quite very, very minimalistic. So yeah, but the little shutter and that, the locks inside,
Well, I just think that's just a different experience.
Apparently the bed looked comfy, but they're obviously single beds, single pods. Yeah, you don't get nothing.
You just get your head down, don't you?
That's what I mean. You got your plugs for your electronics and the laptop, phone, etc. You know, and toilet. And that's it. That's all you need. So.
I've been watching quite a few videos. Like I've been watching some videos as well lately where people will go to Spain and back in a day, or Amsterdam and back in a day, and they'll get a morning flight. They'll spend the day in. I mean, the flight to Amsterdam's got like 40 minutes, so they'll get an early flight. They'll pay 20 quid for the flight. Go there for the day, explore all around, go and do what they want to do, take a few videos, whatever they want to do, go for lunch, go and do this, get back to the airport, jump on a flight, get home, they're in bed for 11 o'clock.
It's quite interesting. Them sort
And
of little quick breaks, aren't they?
well, people do it, and it's like, and I watched. There was a woman that did it the other day, and she basically she went to Menorca for the day,
Mm.
and again, she got a really early morning flight. She went to Menorca for the day. She went and got breakfast. She went and got a massage. She went and got her hair done. She went to the beach for a couple of hours. Went and had lunch. Went and got a coffee and a souvenir. Got back to the airport. Jumped on the plane and was home. And it's like, and she did it all for under 100 quid.
That's what I'm saying. Some train fares from where we live to even London up north as well, they can be over £100 easy return,
And she's
depending on
like,
what. And it's like it's not. We overprice everything in this country when, like you say, you can go to Amsterdam, to Menorca, to other places in Europe for cheaper, get better quality of day, get new activities, chilling on the beach with a margarita or whatever. Fucking lovely.
I'd love to do that. I'd love that to be my company where I price up. I basically plan itineraries for people and go, listen, this is my budget. I want to go away for one night, but I don't want it to be in the UK. I want to get out. Where can I go? What can I do for my budget? And then just build them options of going, right, well, actually, do you know what? You can get the flight to Rome. Here's a flight to Rome. It's 29 quid. You know, there's a room for the night. That's €75. You know, this is where you can go. This is where you can go to eat. This is what's on. You can go see this here. And then be like, all this for 150 quid, for example.
You could probably do that quite easily, to be honest.
Like a trip planner. I'm just planning trips for people.
Yeah.
Of going, this is where you can go. This is what you can do.
Or you can,
right?
or you can get to Whipsnade.
Yeah,
and pay 300 quid.
Just don't even joke, because I told you the last time that we went to Woburn Safari Park. We paid £89 for a family ticket.
Yeah.
And for lunch was £75. Okay, so souvenir in the gift shop, ice cream was an extra £30-40.
A few drinks throughout the day.
I remember, I think I priced it towards the end of it. I think it was like something like 260 something quid.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And do you know what? The zoo now itself, Woburn Safari Park now, I'm putting this out there, absolute wank.
It's one of the worst ones I've been to.
Shithole. Been there too many times, and it's too hyped up, and they make it look amazing. It's not. It's bollocks.
The animals never come out when you're on the car.
Never there. They're always fucking drugged up, laying on the floor. I know when you see these things about these countries, like, you know, don't look after their animals. You go to a UK safari park. I'm telling you, they're not that much better.
No,
like they're not. Like they're shit.
What they do is lay down. They look hungry.
I know, it's bollocks. It's a waste of money. The fact that you're charging that kind of, and I mean, the food was fucking
the food. Yeah, do you remember we went to work, didn't we, Woburn?
Yeah,
that
it's
time.
like a hospital canteen. Food.
Yes,
that's what it's like.
You get your tray, you get your cheap drink out the machine.
Slide along the metal. Yeah, no.
Some cold sandwich or a cold hot dog.
I remember. No, I got a jacket potato, and I remember they put coleslaw on the side, and there were that much coleslaw on the plate. It was double the size of the jacket potato with cheese and beans. And I was like, "Well done! You've just basically tried to pack this plate out with fucking coleslaw." God, but you can. You pick a country where you think, I want to go there. What can I do? I did it for my brother recently. He was telling me because he really wants to go to New York. And he was going, yeah, but it's so expensive. You know, it's going to cost a few grand. I'm like, no, it's not.
Flights to New York are in like less than 200.
And I think exactly. And I priced it up for him. I said, listen, let me get you flights. When do you want to go? Let me find you flights right now. Yeah, you won't find them for less than this. I was like, no, here you go. Here's flights leaving at the dates you want to leave on. With not like Aer Lingus or anything. I was like, here's BA flights.
Yeah, they're quite cheap to New York. Yeah.
Here's like, you know, here's a stopover in one of the really nice hotels, like the Marriott or the Hilton or whatever.
The Plaza.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Plaza's always fully booked. No matter when you look, that hotel is always booked.
Good old Kevin.
Good old Trump, I tell you.
Oh yeah, all that.
He owns it. I don't know
Does
if
he?
still owns it. Yeah, it's his hotel.
Oh yeah, that's in Home Alone 2. When he walks down, he's in the lobby, isn't he? And he says hello to Kevin.
Down the hall to the left.
Is that why? Is that why?
Yeah.
Because I never knew that.
I think he still owns the group itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair play to Trump.
But yeah, so and I priced it for him. I was like, see, it's not that bad. There you go.
No.
I was like, you can probably get the whole trip in for sort of like 1,500 quid with spending money for 4 days. You've gone to New York.
Yeah.
You've done what you want to do. Yeah, but and I was like, no, that's the deal. It's there, right in front of you. I tell you what, you can do. I watched. You can go on a luxury cruise if you fly out to. I think it was like Stockholm,
Right.
like a Norwegian sort of thing, and go on like a.
That's Sweden.
Sweden,
Yeah.
Sweden, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on like a really luxury cruise, and like it was Simon Wilson that did it.
Okay.
He got a cabin. He got a cabin. It had like hot tub. It had a bar in it. Had everything. Really fancy cruise, and he just basically jumped on it last minute. He paid 30 quid for 4 days. For 4 days, the equivalent of 30 quid to go on his cruise.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, you can travel if you want to travel. You can travel to places, and it's not going to cost you. Some people, like you said, don't want to travel, but as much as I travel a lot, we stay in hotels quite a lot, and especially now we're booking family rooms. A standard family room, most places in the UK, is at least a couple hundred quid. Most places, and I'm not talking places that you necessarily want to go. I want to stay there. Like I'm going to this place to visit it. Like, we've stayed. Like we'll go and visit family, so we'll stay in their local town, and like a standard hotel, you're looking at like 180 to 200 quid.
I always look for Premier Inn because I love Premier Inns. They're well nice. Better than Travelodge.
The only thing is Premier is the price.
Yeah.
I tell hotel. Premier Inns are comfy as well. You get what you get.
You know what you're getting with that.
You do. You get 2 pillows, 2 extra pillows on the shelf.
Yeah. You get an extra bed.
You get a big size TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get reasonable coffee. You get Nescafe. Do you know what coffee that fucking Travelodge gave me? Some coffee in a sachet I'd never even heard of, and it's like the quality is so shit. It was shit in Wales when I went with Mark the other week, and it's exactly the same. It's fucking dog poo. What's Niall found? He's gone to find something. Here we go. He's found some coffee or something.
Do you remember So I sent Nicky a video last night of a very overpriced cake that my wife kindly bought for me.
Oh yes.
So she was on her way home from work the other day, like you said, in the capital, and she popped into Harrods for one of them dolls for my daughter, La Boo Boo.
Okay.
It's basically
Search it,
dolls.
people. Okay.
I mean, most people are probably going to know what these dolls are, but these are like little Japanese dolls that people are collecting.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she got me a cake, a chocolate tower cake, things like layer of chocolate ganache. Then top of this ganache was shavings of 24 karat gold. And do you know what? I was like,
did you lick the gold?
Oh yeah, I ate it. Don't get me wrong though.
How do you eat gold?
I don't know, say it.
You'd be shitting gold.
I know.
Your shits would be worth money.
I've just been for a shit for this podcast. And I'm thinking, I probably should have shat into the colander. Really,
yeah, saved it.
Kind of like a little gold mine, a bit in my own toilet. Gold rush.
Sweet corn out the way.
Anyway, she got me that. I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously, very lovely gift, very lovely surprise. However, kind of resembled a Colin the Caterpillar cake in taste.
Okay, so from Harrods with a gold bit leaf on the top. Normal cake, probably £3-4.
Yeah.
I'm guessing minimum £20 for that slice.
I think it was around about that mark. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good guess.
Anyway, so second gift is
signature blend coffee. I presume is that coffee?
Coffee beans.
Oh, beans. Okay, nice bean.
I mean, it has a little pocket to put the bean card in. Just to,
Wow,
just
nice.
to,
Just because roasted at Harrods. Ah,
um,
I'm guessing that is more expensive than the cake.
no.
No,
No. What's your price?
£15. 13. Ah, is that an average sized bag of beans that you would buy to roast in your machine?
No, so
Is that bigger
I
or
have
smaller?
I have 2 bean containers on there, and that will probably fill one of the bean containers, I'm guessing. So
Okay.
to fill my coffee machine, and that coffee, when I've filled both bean things up,
Yeah.
that lasts me, I would say, probably about 30 coffees. So, but I mean, good beans. I'm going to try them tomorrow, see how they go.
Be grinding away.
Yeah. So yeah, very lovely present. Just a little gift from my wife. So, you should find her something. You know, grab her something. My thing is, I go. No, actually, do you know what? Take that back. I bought her a present home earlier. She asked me to pick her up some spicy chicken nuggets on the way home from work, so I did.
Oh, there you go. He says romance is dead.
Exactly. Exactly. On that note, people, thank you for joining us on another fantastic episode of Dads, Lads, and Kebabs. Remember,
Yeah. Later.
don't be a dick. Deuces. And fuck off. Anyone fancy a coffee?